Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're travelling from the magnificent London St Pancras International Station all the way to Sheffield, following one of Britain's great railway arteries, the historic Midland Main Line. This famous railway links London with the East Midlands and South Yorkshire, carrying thousands of passengers every day while passing through historic cities, impressive engineering, beautiful countryside, and some of the most important railway junctions in the country. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey as we travel from the capital to the Steel City. Our journey begins beneath the spectacular iron and glass roof of London St Pancras International. Opened in 1868 by the Midland Railway, St Pancras was built to give the company its own independent route into London, after years of relying on rival railway companies. At the time, it featured the largest single-span train shed in the world and remains one of Britain's finest Victorian railway stations. As we leave the station, we pass through the busy railway landscape of North London. The lines here are shared with Thameslink services, while freight trains and empty coaching stock weave their way around the complex network. Almost immediately we're climbing away from central London, passing Kentish Town before heading towards West Hampstead and Cricklewood. On our right, you'll often see the extensive Cricklewood depot, which has been associated with the Midland Railway for well over a century. Today, it continues to play an important role in maintaining passenger trains operating on the route. Before long, the urban landscape begins to thin out as we leave Greater London behind and head into the counties of Hertfordshire and Bedfordshire. Our first major stop is Luton. Best known for London Luton Airport, the town has become one of the busiest commuter destinations on the Midland Main Line. Fast airport connections, Thameslink commuter services, and East Midlands Railway intercity trains all share the route through here. Continuing north, we arrive at Bedford. For many years, this was the northern limit of the electrified railway from London and remains an important operational centre. Bedford is also where the picturesque River Great Ouse flows through the town before continuing towards the Wash. Leaving Bedford, the scenery changes noticeably as we enter the rolling countryside of Bedfordshire and Northamptonshire. Long straight sections of railway allow trains to stretch their legs, and you'll notice modern overhead electrification equipment as Network Rail continues upgrading the Midland Main Line for the future. Our next station is Wellingborough. This area was once famous for ironstone quarrying, with huge amounts of freight once leaving the region by rail. Today, the town continues to grow rapidly thanks to its excellent rail connections with London and the Midlands. Just a few minutes later, we reach Kettering. Historically, one of the Midland Railway's important stations, Kettering is now a major transport hub for North Northamptonshire. Just beyond the station, the line to Corby branches away, providing frequent commuter services into London. As we continue north, the route passes through pleasant countryside before arriving at Harborough. This section of railway was once known for its sharp curves, but major engineering works in recent years have straightened the alignment, allowing trains to travel both faster and more smoothly. Soon we arrive at the historic city of Leicester. Leicester has been an important railway centre since Victorian times and remains one of the busiest stations on the Midland Main Line. The city is famous for its Roman history, its multicultural communities, and, of course, the discovery of King Richard III beneath a city centre car park in 2012. Leaving Leicester, we continue towards Loughborough. This town is particularly well known amongst railway enthusiasts as the home of the Great Central Railway, Britain's only double-track heritage railway where visitors can experience mainline steam operations much as they were in the golden age of rail travel. Nearby is the famous brush traction engineering works, where generations of diesel and electric locomotives have been built, rebuilt, and maintained, making Loughborough one of Britain's most important railway engineering centres. Our journey now takes us across the River Soar before reaching East Midlands Parkway. Opened in 2009, this modern station serves East Midlands Airport and provides park and ride facilities for travellers across the region. Just beyond here lies one of the busiest railway junctions in Britain, Trent Junction. This complex network of tracks sees routes diverging towards Nottingham, Lincoln and the East Coast, while our train continues north towards Derby and Sheffield. Freight trains, passenger expresses and local services all converge here, making it one of the country's key railway crossroads. We soon arrive in Derby, a city that has played an enormous role in Britain's railway history. Derby became the headquarters of the Midland Railway and was home to one of the country's largest locomotive works. Even today, the city remains at the heart of Britain's railway industry, with train manufacturing, design and engineering continuing to provide skilled employment. Leaving Derby, we head into the scenic Derwent Valley before joining the Erewash Valley. This landscape was once dominated by coal mines, ironworks and heavy industry, generating huge volumes of freight traffic. Although much of that industry has disappeared, freight trains remain a common sight along this section of the route. Our next stop is Chesterfield, instantly recognisable by the famous crooked spire of St Mary and All Saints Church. The twisted spire has become one of Derbyshire's best-known landmarks and is clearly visible from the railway as we approach the town. North of Chesterfield, the railway begins one of the most interesting sections of the journey. We climb steadily through the Drone Valley before entering Bradway Tunnel, one of the major engineering achievements on the Midland Main Line. Stretching for over a mile, the tunnel was completed in 1870 and allowed the Midland Railway to create its own direct route into Sheffield. Emerging from the tunnel, the line begins its descent towards Sheffield, offering excellent views across the city before we arrive at our final destination. Sheffield Midland Station opened in 1870 as part of the Midland Railway's new direct route from London and quickly became one of Yorkshire's most important railway stations. Today it is served by East Midlands Railway, Cross Country, Northern and Trans-Pennine Express, connecting the city with destinations across Britain. Sheffield is, of course, world famous for its steel industry, which helped build railways, bridges and cities around the globe. Today, the city has transformed into a vibrant centre for education, technology and manufacturing while remaining proud of its industrial heritage. It's also known as one of Europe's greenest cities, with thousands of acres of parks and easy access to the stunning Peak District National Park. The Midland Main Line itself remains one of Britain's great railways. From its Victorian origins to today's modern high-speed diesel and bi-mode trains, it continues to play a vital role in connecting London with the East Midlands and Yorkshire. Ongoing electrification and infrastructure improvements will ensure this historic route continues serving passengers well into the future. I hope you've enjoyed travelling with me from London St Pancras to Sheffield along the historic Midland Main Line. If you did enjoy the journey, please give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below telling me your favourite part of the route and let me know which railway you'd like to see featured next. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Trains for more railway route learning videos, driver's eye journeys, railway history and railway infrastructure from across the UK. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.